Flosstube, it's Kerry and Stitches. It's Tuesday the 3rd of March and this is Flosstube 64, if we ever get there. So this is 4 times the charm. Low batteries, phone calls, I don't know. I hope you're all well. I've had a great stitchy fortnight. We've had, kids have been off school for a week. They had their half-term break. We didn't do a lot. Caught up with some friends. Yeah, that's about it really. Caught up with friends. Not a lot happened. It was nice just to have a really relaxing week, and I got lots of stitching done, which is always good. Scavenger hunt did not know what had hit it. So recording in a slightly different spot. This is my bedroom, with my little hoop wall behind me. I'll give you a quick tour of that. Oh, I can just slightly do the camera. There we go. So that's all that's on my hoop wall. So I come there. So we've got a cameo from, I think it was World of Cross Stitching, possibly, might have been, I don't know, one of the UK magazines, along with the Geisha, that was cross stitcher eons ago, the Stone Street Stitchworks wedding sampler, 3 wee little stitches, Gilmore Girls, Hot Fuzz and Big Bang Theory, and a 1/1 alphabet. So ooh, let's come back. Hello there. Oh, so sorry if I didn't make you too giddy there. And oh, another one, just another one that lives in here as well is this one, which was a cover kit from Cross Stitcher a long time ago, and it's Sheila Hudson's Anemones, I can't say it, in a charity shop frame, which works quite well. So there you go. So what have I been up to? I've had one FO, which was the Lizzie Kate May Flip It, which I've already put away because I sorted out some cupboards, well, one of my cross stitch cupboards, and put it away. So I'll show you that when I FFO it, probably in May. You can see this is kind of where I keep some of my cross stitch stuff. Literally lives on top of a chest of drawers. So I've got all my charts here, and there's a basket full of magazines, which is about a quarter of my collection. So what have I been stitching on? So I've mostly been stitching on The Mermaid, which is Letters from Mermaids, the Letter C by Nora Corbett. I have done loads. I think over half term I did approximately 4,000 stitches, and considering she only has about 7,000 stitches, that's quite a sizable chunk. She's stitched on the call for fabric, which is 32 count Water Lily by Witchelt, with predominantly called for as a few DMC subs here and there, and I missed out one of the purples and just kind of fussy stitched a little bit for the sea. So there we go. I've got 5 rows to do in there, and then a whole border around the outside, of 1 stitch border around the outside, and that's that whole full coverage block done apart from the beads. And then I shall be, oh, there's a bit of back stitching actually as well, where the PTB is, which is sub for the Krennic, and then just the mermaid to do. So I promised Lottie I'd do that for her birthday, so I said to myself that I wanted to get all of the inner done in March, the outer block, the C and the outer block done in April, and no, that's not true, the inner bit in February, the outer block in March, and then the mermaid in April, and we're on track. I'm still airing towards stitching the Skim 101. 101? 1/1. There's about 100 stitches, so theoretically it's not impossible, so I may go for it. I've also had 2 new starts. So, oh, hang on, let's just talk. I did a tiny bit on Peace on Earth, which is Cottage Garden Samplings, stitched in the call for threads with a couple of browns that are subbed, and on a 28 count, I think it is. 28 count Brittany in Blue Green Guppy from Jewellery Designs, and that's where we're at with it now. I have pretty much done that bit of snow there, so because the snow is an absolute bear. It's not my favourite, but I'm going to make myself get over the at least get the snowbank done, and then we'll be okay. So my two new starts were both leap day starts. My first, I had always planned the leap day start, and it was going to be Monkey Wrench by Ink Circles, and I adore this chart. It's not a particularly popular Ink Circles one, but I absolutely love it. So I am stitching it in Silks For You. Oh, you can hear kids at the park. We have a park just behind our house, so kids playground. So those are my called for. Those my silks are similar sorts of ones to the called for. Let's do that. So I've just kind of made this dark one here, which I'm not sure if it was a brown or a purple, I forget. Just I can put the purple in, and then the dark brown, which is just where the Monkey Wrench is this one, and the light brown obviously with the turquoise. So loving this. So Silks For You, this was half of one of their silk packs, and I forget one of their just colour complement silk packs, and those two are the other two. I'm debating whether to put in some of the multicoloured one, possibly. Sorry, the chart's just fallen on the floor because it's in plastic. I may do maybe just some of the little motifs in just the variegated one, but yeah, made my own thread drops, and I only had a square punch, so I used the square punch, and they're not even, but hey ho, it works. All I did was glued the Silks For You label on the back. So, oh, shall I show you the stitching? Because that would be useful, wouldn't it? This is 40 count Fairy Forest. This is Newcastle linen from Crafty Kitten, a UK hand dyer, and I'd say it's slightly more blue-green than that, but that's my start. That's about 200 stitches, and I absolutely adore it. Absolutely adore it. And it'll be even easier now that I have some smaller needles come, because I didn't have any 28, so I've been stitching it with a 26, and that's a bit of a bear. So looking forward to getting back onto that one. And my other Leap Day start was for the Long Dog Leap Day sale hosted by Erin, the Two Martini Stitcher. And oh, sorry. In my beautiful Christine bag, it's cardinal points. You know it, you love it, I love it. And I made a very small start on that. I was determined to start both, and I didn't start until the evening, so didn't get much stitching on. This also forms a large chunk of my haul, because I ended up having to, well, I had to order threads for them, so because each month I'm trying to kit up just another chart for my 2020 want to be stitched. So there's the threads. Heather, we were talking about the vibrancy of them, and I think they're pretty vibrant, these ones. I'm missing Wood Smoke and Raven, because Lakeside, Peakside and Patchwork Rabbit were all out of stock, and it gets to the point where I just don't want to be ordering 2 threads from here and 2 threads from there. So I order from Lakeside and Peakside quite often, so we'll see when they arrive as to we'll see when I next order and see whether they're in stock. And Green Apple came from Patchwork, yeah, Patchwork Rabbit in today's post, because I had to order the needles to do What's It. So super, love the colours. It was always the colours that sold me. and I'm stitching it on some Zweigart, oh that's quite close actually, ivory linen, which was gifted to me by Sharon. And I'm going to have to put a marker on this, I've just realised, because I don't know what is up. I'm assuming it's that. I think it's this way up. So yeah, teeny tiny start. This is 36, yeah, did I say 36 count linen? No idea. With a minder from Christine sent me. I think it's from Gina's Unique Boutique, I think. Well, that's where Lottie's came from, so I'm wondering whether mine did as well. So just a minimal start. But I have selected this for, this one is going to be for 600 stitches. 3 or 4 of my prompts for Daily 30. So hopefully get a bit of love on that over the next couple of weeks, and you'll have seen it grow. So that's all my current whips. And basically all my haul this time was threads, and we were in Hobbycraft on Sunday, the weekend. Hubby saw this chart, Satsuma Street's stock, Hobbycraft stock some of Satsuma Street's designs, and rather than paying £12 from Hobbycraft or £11 from Hobbycraft, I went, download that and print it at home. And that's what I did. So it cost me £6. So Hubby really likes this. This is Alpine, and I'll be stitching that for him. It's all in DMC, so I'm looking forward to getting that started. Some of you may remember that Heather Link is my homeboy, did a swap. She stitched Christmas, I stitched Halloween. It's been here about 3 weeks now, but this is my Biscornu from Heather. I love the way she's done the candy cane whip stitching. And she sent me all sorts of goodies, including lint, white chocolate, peppermint chocolate, was amazing, and some buttons, and the threads hugger things that were on. Oh, come along, Kerry. No, monkey wrench, so and some other bits and pieces. And she also sent me this heartstring samplery chart, which is on my wish list, along with a little stitchable bookmark. So my plan is to stitch 2 or 3 of those onto that. So I thought that would look really cool. And she also sent me a little bee from Prairie Schooler, which I can't get to focus. Maybe it is focusing and I just can't see. And Mill Hill kit, which I'm not sure is from Heather or from Daily 30. So Heather, you'll have to correct me, because there was a postage thing I remember with. Anyway, long story, doesn't matter. I had that too. What else? Been buying lots of FFO bits. I picked up a couple of things in the Hobbycraft sale. A couple of wooden stars, which I've got plans for 2 Christmas ornaments that I'm going to do on those. And what else? And in my head I've just decided what fabric too. That's good. I've picked up some greenery and some rickrack and some ribbons and 3 meters of white felt, because the one dressmaking shop, which also sort of stocks felt and stuff, was closing down, and it was £1 a metre, so I just went and bought a load, which would be great for when I have to pad out cross stitch. I forgot what I was doing then. So that just leaves us with magazine flip through. So this is Cross Stitcher. That was the that was the cover kit. Comes with all the bits. She's just throwing things on the bed in front of me now. So Cross Stitcher, April 2020. It's issue 355. Let's have a look and see what we got. So there's the contents. The Stitching with Jess Savage thing is a chart that says just a phase, and it's moon phases. It's just the chart, there's no picture. There we go. I totally missed this last time when I looked at the magazine. I thought they didn't put one of these in. That's the April monthly. I really like this series. I fully intend. I think I might make that my series next year because I think they're lovely. Got a spring sampler. And that is by Faye Walsh. I think it's Amanda Butler's designing the monthly ones. I could be wrong there. Let's have a quick look. Monthly ones. Oh no, Zoe patching. We've got Easter birdhouses. Mother's Day card. And some then covered buttons. It's Mother's Day in England in March. Usual letters pages. It's beautiful hair. Or rabbit. Kind of looks like a hare to me, but oh, here's a hare. Sewing set. I like that. There's some cards with colour puns. So find the silver lining, you've got the blues. Tickled pink and paint the town red. Interview with Megan Ivy Griffiths, an embroiderer. Oh, sheep letter library. And obviously the numbers too. Cat cushion, try saying that 5 times fast. That's designed by Emma Condon. We've got family tree. Pirate cards. Oh. This is lovely too. Hot air balloons. Designed by Susan Bates. The White Rabbit is the next part of Alice. And I still haven't started mine. And that whole series has been designed by Amanda Butler. And coming next month is that amazing dress, actually. Wedding dress. There we go. So that's Cross Stitcher issue 2 at $3.55 with all the reflections. Oh, so giveaways. Oh, let me just turn the notepad over. Except it's not that. Okay. So Cookie Bear was won by Ali Stitcher. If you can contact me on my email below. And the animal cards, Mel, I'll pop that in the post to you. And this month, ooh, I'm running out of spaces. This month we've got a little bookmark kit, little bookmark chart for a dog. So just the MC, and it's a, actually I don't know who it's designed by, can't tell you. And we've also got a little Christmas bear, festive cookie bear. And again, yeah, just DMC. They're both small, 50 by 55 and 60 by, 68 by 14. So I'd like to stitch the bear, I'd like to stitch the dog, and we'll draw for those next time. And let's put that, oh, let's not put that there. Let's move that to there. So many things. Oh. Lollypop Stitches is doing the auctions in place of Michelle this month, and they are for Alzheimer's UK, and I have donated some scissor fobs, so I'm just going to give you a quick sneak peek of the ones here. They've all got the glass beads with the charms. That's actually got a friendly plastic charm in it. Love this one. So there we go. Designed exclusively by Lottie. Oh, the Harry Potter one, and if the charm turns round, it's got a Hogwarts crest charm. But apparently it's not turning around, so there's the charm. Oh no. Something like that. There we go. So I'm going to link Lolly's most recent Flosstube where she talks about the charity chart she has designed. So go and check that out and support if you can. And the auctions are live from the 10th to the 14th of March on Lolly's Instagram page. So just check them out and if you can. So just before I finish, I'm going to give you, I've done my March, no, I haven't done my March stats because I don't know what I've stitched yet. I've done my February stats, so I'm still in credit in Stitch from Stash, despite a really good spend for me, and we haven't even talked about market. We'll go to market in a minute. My stitch tally for February was 10,304, which is nearly 2,000 stitches more than January, so I'm pretty pleased with that. And I had 3 finishes, 2 Lizzie Kate Flip It and Jack Frost. So there we go for that. And let's talk market. So market's happening this coming weekend in Nashville, and I know that one of the shops I use the most, Peakside Needlecraft, they're going, so I'm very excited to see what they bring back. I've got pre-orders in for the collaboration between Blue Flower Designs and Blindy Stitchy Designs for the Friendship Sampler, and I've also got pre-orders on Huckleberry Farm from the Blue Flower 2. Others on my wish list, consider the Lilies from Heartstring Samplery. It's huge. Would I don't know whether that's just not a bit of FOMO on that one. I'm a bit kind of like that on it because it's ginormous, and I think Cardinal Points is big, and that's only 220. That's 225 squares, so that's big for me. Let's have a look. I love the well-rounded series from Hands On Design. Bees of Summer by Nebby Needle, After the Roses by Ink Circle, and Tiny Modernists Unicorn Tapestry. So I've got my eye, and I've got my eye on a few. I like the 2 pin keeps that kind of companion pieces that Ink Circles and Plum Street Samplers and Heartstring Sampler are putting out. And I forget what they're called. One's like Token for My Friend, and the other one's something similar, and they kind of complement each other. But I forget what they're called, so never mind. So I hope you've all seen something nice at market. Tell me what you've seen that you really like. Yeah, my eyes are all watery now. So tell me what you've seen at market that you like. If you haven't seen anything at market, or you're waiting to see what comes out, tell me that. I'm interested to know what you're all, what's caught your eye. There are some fantastic. There was a lot of things from market I liked last year. I've bought a few of them. There are even more. There's definitely more this year, but maybe I'm more in tune with market this year and I've really looked and what. I don't know. Anyway, have a great stitchy fortnight, friends. Not quite Flosstube light, Heather, but it's Flosstube light-ish. Have a great stitchy fortnight, friends, and I'll speak to you all soon. Happy stitching. Bye bye. Thanks for watching my channel and leaving me such great comments. They really do mean a lot. Thanks for all the likes, the subscriptions. Don't forget to hit the bell to receive notifications of my new videos, and happy stitching!